Welcome to my very small shed. You need a couple extra tools for doing this kind of project, which I never had before. So the few things I bought was a cassette remover, chain whip, cassette remover tool itself, and a crank remover tool. These tools were like £5 each. Quite useful if you're ever going to do this kind of stuff yourself. I don't plan on doing much of this after this, but hey, it's all part of the experience, isn't it? So today what we're going to do is we're going to remove the front derailleur off of this ahead of installing our new 1x9 drivetrain. So to remove it, it's really quite simple actually. You've only got an Allen key bolt to remove the cable, and then you've got just another Allen key which is hiding around the back there to remove the derailleur itself from the frame. And then the hard bit is getting the derailleur off of this without taking the chain off. So we're going to take the chain off since we're replacing it anyway. See, this is the problem with a small shed. Oh, that worked quite well. Right, so I'm not even sure what size this is. Lidl's finest Allen keys. Looks like a 5. That's that loosened off. That's that shrinking away down. And that's that out. So yeah, really simple setup. I'm going to keep all this stuff because you never know, I might end up going bike packing when coronavirus is all over and you can actually see your friends again. And I might want just a slightly wider range for longer pedals, etc. So there you go. So as you see, that's the derailleur now off the frame, but now you have the issue of it's stuck on the chain. So I'm going to use my One-Up Components EDC tool to break this chain. I've never used it before actually for this reason, but I'll give it a whirl. So I tried to get the master link apart without having a chain tool. That didn't work, to put it mildly. So then you can So to remove this crank, to change the chain ring, we need to remove this lock nut, and then we can use the crank puller tool to actually remove the crank from the bottom bracket. So if we just undo this, so then this just threads in, there's a thread on the inside of that. That up. And then we can just tighten this down. And you'll feel it starting to go a bit looser as the crank starts to come away. That's it, crank's now off. So now we can go ahead and remove these bolts, same with these ones, and then get the old chain rings off and the new ones on. Turns out you can't fit one of these chain rings to one of these sets of cranks because that chain ring is just a hole and the crank is also just a hole. So you actually need some of these little nuts and bolts, which I didn't have. So £2.50 and 2 days later, here we are, finally getting to get on with this. Today is cassette update day. Well, I needed a massive breaker bar to get to this. I don't know who tightened that, but wow, it was tight. There's your old cassette. Lovely. That noise is just because there's a serrated washer on the inside of the lock nut. So, what do you think of that? We've got a new shifter on. It's quite nice because it uses your thumb for both up and down rather than thumb and forefinger. Cables into the bottom and attached to the derailleur. Obviously we've still got the excess in here now. Getting exciting.